Hello everybody. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin. You don't really see me. I'm kind of still in holiday mode, but I wanted to be a bit creative, maybe make some jewellery. So I thought I may as well come on live. I might not be as chatty as normal. I'm really not back in work mode, really. I've not even barely been in this room for the last 2 or 3 days, and we're actually going away for a few days as well, going off to see family. So I'm not really back in it, but thought it would be nice just to come on, see who's about, have a chat, and yeah, bit of a catch up, see what everyone's been doing over the holidays. So I've got this idea to make some earrings, but I want to use a product that I've not used for a little while. It's called shrink plastic, and basically you can stamp on it and then you shrink it down and make this really lovely cute little charm. So I'm going to have a go doing that. So this is not like a quick video. This is not about, quick tutorial. This is very slow, kind of chilled out. So if you're wanting to see the results, maybe skip ahead if you're watching this later on and not on the live, because this is going to be very chilled, very chilled. So hello everybody, nice to see you. Who have we got here? Miss Vicky. Hello Vicky. Hi Shaz. Hi Nessa. Hi Anne. Hi Susan. Hi Linda. Hi Bonnie. Who else we've got here? There were Ali, Jan, Elizabeth. Hello. Right, so if you've never used this product before, I'm quite happy to explain how it all works. So it may look like a normal piece of plastic to you, and they're available in this excuse me, in clear. You can get it in opaque white, you can get it in semi black, all sorts of things, but whatever color you choose to use, I do recommend that you need to prepare it first. And the way that you prep this product is by getting some kind of sanding tool and basically sanding it in a few different directions. So I'm sanding up and down and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, to start off with, like so, and then sand in the opposite direction. Okay, so this just helps the ink to really stick to the plastic. All right, so that's up and down, sideways, and then I'm also going to do diagonals, like so. Okay, so across that way, and then across in that direction as well, so that I know I've definitely got a really kind of like rough surface. And you can actually even see, like I can see in the camera, the difference between those two now. Okay, so you've got this one that's all roughed up, and then this one isn't. Okay, so my plan is to stamp with black stays on ink with the gorgeous queen bee here, and then colour in with alcohol markers on the back of it, because if the stays on and alcohol markers come into contact with each other, there's going to be trouble. So I'd like to do it separately, then shrink it, and then we'll end up with the two together. So because of that, I'm actually going to prepare both sides. So again, up and down, like so. Everything's rattling on my desk. Done that way. And then that way. All right. And I'm thinking, because I want a really good layer of ink, I'm going to use my stamp artist. Just need to find it. Might do it that way around. I use the plastic meat comes in. Plastic meat comes in way cheaper. Oh, what? Just oh, I'd be interested to see what that looks like. Ours tends to be a bit kind of ridged, our meat packaging here in the UK, Martina. So yeah, if you could send me a photo, I'd love to know what that looks like. Right, just get my magnet. Right, I've got my stays on out, but stays on because it's what's the word I want? It's a solvent ink. It does dry quite quickly, so sometimes you do need to re-ink it before using. So I'm just gonna ink my stamp up really well. Oh, the smell, so nice. We don't have plastic on meat. Oh, is that a European thing, Shaz? Like a layer of plastic on meat? What about, we get, when I buy Parma ham, there's like a little layer of plastic. I wonder if that would work. Ooh, that's nice. Just give that a bit more of a press there. Oh, oh no, it moved. Ugh. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, let's try again. Shouldn't have done that. It moved ever so slightly when I went down for the second time. I'm not going to push so hard there. I found that it over-saturated that corner. It's not quite enough. It did it again. Ever so slightly. I'm not learning my lesson, am I? I'll still use them, but just gonna cut that there. So let that be a lesson to you. Make sure it's tucked right into the corner. Right, I'm just going to move that up so that will fit there. See, I make these mistakes so you don't have to. Aren't I kind? Hi Georgiana, hi Jenny, hi April, hi Cindy, hi Lisa. Wipe off quick. Yeah, I guess I could do it with alcohol. I've got some alcohol spray. Now that one's okay, I don't need to redo that one. Let me just see if I've got some alcohol at the ready. That's a really good tip, Nessa. There we go. That's good. That's not going to get wasted, is it? Even with all that sanding and everything. Okay, right, so I just stamped that one. I'm going to flip it around. I stamp that one. Yep, that'll fit. Right, I put the lid on this. Yes, I am a little bit too close to the hinge. You're quite right. Yeah, I am. I normally wouldn't go so close. Hi, Enrica. Nice to see you. Oh, that's a bit close. Yeah, so what Shaz was saying is usually we don't stamp so close to the hinge because the hinge mechanism does prevent perhaps a tighter kind of stamp at that point there. That's why I'm kind of particularly pushing down. But anyway, that I am happy with. Super duper happy. Let's put this away. And while I'm here, while I've got my damp cloth, I may as well use that to clean my stamp rather than getting the stamp. I do have Stays On cleaner, but you know, it's on here, so I may as well use it up. Whew, smell of Stays On, smell of alcohol. I'm one happy bunny. Joke. I'm joking, everybody. I'm not really high. I'm high on life. There we go. Now, the thing is, how am I going to cut this? I'm thinking of fussy cutting it, but I do want to leave a little bit of a loop to punch a hole out. But I'll do that in a minute. Make yourself a plastic sheet the same size as Stamparatus with the sticky strip so nothing moves, even without the magnets. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, dab, don't wipe. Oh well, too late. Too late. Right, so my stamping is on this side, so I'm going to flip this over now. Just put that down straight. And what colours shall we go for? So we've got some really pretty flowers and different things in there. I'm going to just go traditional. You know what? I'm going to go with the pink heart to start off with. Oh, that's not actually seeming to show up so well. So what colour is that? Although when it is shrunk, it will show up. So I'm just going to go with it. So nice little pink heart. And then shall we go for some nice pink flowers here? And then just do pink centres for where the ones that I haven't done the petals. There. Yes, so whenever you do shrink plastic, it is worth remembering that when the plastic gets shrunk down, the colours do really intensify. Oh, I just did that wrong. Oh well, I'm going to have to do that on there now. Never mind, I just wasn't thinking then, was I? Never mind. Oh, I'll do the middle of that one as well then, just so that it all matches. A little bit of yellow. Now again, this is barely showing up. I'm yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this colour really, if it does show up when it all gets shrunk down. Don't forget the middles. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Right. What did I just use? Dark Flirty Flamingo. Oh, Nessa says blues. I have got some blues. I could use blue. I've got light night of navy. Oh, I've got Tahitian tide. That's if my sun hasn't used it all up. Light Tahitian tide. Should we go with that? It's not vellum, Judy. No, I'm using a product called Shrink Plastic. Or some people know it as Shrinky Dinks. and it's a special plastic that you can stamp on, you can draw on, colour in, do all sorts of fun things with. And then you heat it with a heat tool and it shrinks. So we're going to hopefully make a little pair of earrings out of this. I just fancied having a go doing it. That's the blue. I think I might just go. So there are some other little flowers around and about that I just think would be nice to do. So there we go. So for those of you who've just joined, I've stamped with Stays On ink on the other side of this shrink plastic, because when Stays On and alcohol pens unite, it's not a happy place. So it's best to keep them in separate rooms. They're like, they don't happily coexist. So there we go. Anyway, how is everybody? As I said earlier, I'm still kind of in holiday mode. I'm not quite back at work, even though in the back of my mind I'm like, oh, I've got a few classes I need to do some designing for. But I do have a couple of ideas up my sleeve already for that. I've been thinking about those already. Because Tom's on holiday, where we've had a few days off, just chilling, catching up with friends we haven't seen for a little while. So I am rather tempted just to pop a little bit of yellow, just sort of there. Don't know why, just thought, because that will show up on the other side, you see. Because when the plastic shrinks down, it becomes very thick. It's quite bizarre. Oh, I've missed a leaf over here. Oh, that ink is coming off on the other side. It's obviously not quite dry. Just blotting it slightly. Your daughter would love bee earrings. Ah, well, I've also made a pair of bee earrings. These are going to go to a friend of mine. Oh, it's fallen off. So I did find these really cute little bee things. Okay, so we need to very carefully cut this out now. But as I said, I want a space to punch a hole. Now, remember that everything shrinks. So my hole is probably going to go around here. And actually what I'll do is I'll punch it out now. So I know where to aim for. So I probably could get away with doing this one. About there. And about there. All right. So now I'm going to cut around my image. I'm going to cut this out first so it's easier to handle. So whenever you're having to cut complicated shapes out, sometimes it's easier just to cut the main shape out first before tackling the detail. I don't really want any more of this ink to come off on me, but there we go. Ooh, go over there. Ooh, it's still a little bit sticky. This stays on, but anyway, it will all dry when it comes time to shrink it down. The other thing about Shrinky Dink I've learned over the years is to try not to have any sharp corners on anything, because sharp corners get exacerbated with the shrinkage. This stamp is quite large. I've seen it make a better necklace, you think? Oh, okay. Well, at the moment it's quite large, but once it's shrunk down, it's going to get quite small, to be honest. It's always shocking, I think, when using Shrinky Dink, how small the images do get. And what I love in particular is the way that the images get so small and detailed. It's like that would be impossible to draw. That's what it feels like when you look at it. So I like it. Ooh, I just cut off a little bit of his bottom there. Oops. I don't feel like I need to do too much of that leg there. Oh, I'm getting, ink is coming off on my fingers and I'm transferring it. That's not good. I'll do that. Hold that there. Sorry, bear with this. I just got to be a bit careful how I cut this out. There we go. Yeah, so this is going to shrink down to about this size. It's going to be, I estimate, about 1 inch wide. Yeah. Ah, really, Shaz? Yeah, that's interesting. Right, so I'm using this that I took off the back of the stamp to try and prevent me getting it everywhere. I don't actually need it right now. Okay. I just got to be careful to try not to touch it too much. Now, the reason why I'm cutting before shrinking is because once it's shrunk down, it is incredibly hard to cut this stuff out. So that's why you cut first and then shrink. Years and years ago, people used to do it to crisp packets, or chip packets, as you guys would call it in the States. Oh yes, the pokey tool was really handy, you're right. All these scissors, I sometimes use those. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've done it, but it's so magical when it happens. Although it's a little bit scary because it flips around everywhere and you think, oh no, it's going to fall on the floor, and then it all curls up and then it uncurls and it's like possessed, it is. But it always seems to work out in the end. Actually, May went through a stage doing it with flower fairies. She'd put the plastic over an illustration in her flower fairies book, and then she would draw the flower fairy out and then colour it. I think you can colour with pencils. I'm sure that's what she used to do. And then shrink it. She made quite a few. I think most little girls in the West go through a phase of Shrinky Dinks. Right. Just going to see if I can give that a little wipe, because I got a bit of ink on it. Right, so now I'm just going to grab my heat tool. And my heat tools are hot enough for this. Years ago, I think you used to do it over a toaster or something like that. I need to go, but I'm committed now and I want to see the final product. Oh, bless you, Jen. Funny, isn't it? sometimes you need to straighten them out a little bit once they're done. It's quite warm, but you just have to kind of go for it. Actually, it's useful to have a block nearby just to flatten it out. While it's still warm, it's worth giving it a little flatten. There we go. So let's just compare. So I did say about 1 inch, didn't I? Oh, it's even less than 1 inch. Woo! So that's the size. Oh, bye, April. Ah, take care. And the colour has intensified a little bit. But there we go. So that's the comparison. So that looks like a spider after being sprayed. Ah. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Sorry, Deb. Super Sanders. I got what you mean now. Sorry. Yes, this is special plastic. It's called shrink plastic. Yeah, it's not what Stampin' Up sell. So please don't try it with that. It might just melt into weirdness. I'm just going to pop that one out of the way. Doesn't take long. But once it's started, you've got to keep hold of it. And this is what I mean about trying not to let it curl up on itself. Yeah, sometimes you just have to give it a flatten with something hard. That's it. There we go. I'll put it on a piece of white card and then you'll be able to see the colour. It's very delicate, the colour. It's not very strong at all, but really it's all about the detail of the oh, come on. The detail of the flowers, really. There we go. What a difference in size. Yes. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. I think they'd make fine earrings. I mean, when you think that, oh, I don't know. Those are my little bee ones, but you know, in terms of the height of them, it's not really much difference, is it? So, right. So, I think I just need a few little, I don't know, maybe some pink beads. I'm sure I've got a little nice pink crystal or something I could use for this. Oh, now my sister Esther picked up in a charity shop some of these really nice dark jump rings, so they might be quite nice to use. And oh, sorry. A third. Oh yeah, I think you're right there, Martina. I would say that too. Right, so let's get some pinky. Ooh. Look at this. Excuse me. Need some nice bead caps to go with these. haven't yet experimented with these. I know they might be a little bit big, but I might just have a little play. No, not those. There we go, Judy. Yeah. Well, I kind of guessed it would, but I guess if you've never used the product before, it's really hard to imagine how they would look. They're a bit too long for what, they're a bit too, oh, actually I can squish those down a little bit further. Wondering if I put a smaller bead. There. Oh no, I don't like that. That doesn't work. I just really like that bell cap, but it's just too big for what I want it for, so I'm not going to use that. Okay, what else do I have? Sorry, I'm dropping things left, right and centre here. I just need some lighting on. Oh yes, who's been on the Zoom? It's still going. I'm afraid I haven't had much chance to be on there the last few days. No, not those. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to find the right sort of thing to pop on here. Hello, Barbara. Aloha. Oh, it was lovely to meet you the other day, Barbara. I keep wanting to call you Barb, but your name is Barbara. It's because we have a barb on here, you see. See, that's a little bit too small. That bead is a bit too small, isn't it? Hum-de-hum. I wonder whether to go for a little bead instead, not a crystal. So this is the bit that takes forever for me because I want to get it just right. Hello, Cindy. Excuse me. Huh. Ooh, what a bit if I put a little crystal on the top there, then a little bead, bead cap, then that bead, then that bead. Oh, look how adorable is that? What a nice little collection there. I'm thinking just that on top of there. Oh, it's like the Queen has a crown. Oh, That so works. Because the name of this stamp set is Queen Bee. Perfect. See? All works out in the end. Just make sure that that swings. So I don't actually need those jump rings. I know I got them out, but I don't actually need them. Not really. Okay, let's do the next one. So it was, I wonder what it would look like if I actually did that, then that. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to see what it looks like. I had one of those dangling down. The only thing is, these are rather sharp, these. If those were to knock against the side of your... I'm always thinking about comfort, you see. Because you know, sometimes when you've got a pair of earrings on, if you like push the earrings against the side of your face, you don't actually want them to be too uncomfortable. So you don't really want lots of sharp elements. So I'm just mindful of that. Just fell off the end then. Right, start again. I'll go the other direction. Right, little crystal, then bead cap, then bead, then cap. Make a larger loop because it's going onto the bee. I've got to make sure I get the right side. So that was the side I coloured on, that side there, and that was the colour that I did the stays on. So I want that at the front. Ooh. Yeah, go over. Concentration. There we go. Right. To get my hooks out. I am more drugged up than a local chemist. Oh, bless you. You're still on your pain relief then, Louise. Is everything functioning as it should be, Louise, after your op? Oh, yes, Jan. There we go. That can be your presents for your girlfriends for next Christmas. Tick. Oh, Jan, that quilt you made is stunning. So now the colour is set, it won't rub off. No, it shouldn't, Judy, because I've used Stays On, which is, well, it could come off if you use alcohol, but that's set on now. And then I also use the alcohol pens, the Stampin' blends. So that's alcohol based as well. So that shouldn't come off. Right. I did find my little packet of... Oh, where's it gone? I pre-cut some little labels. Oh, there they are. I was using up some pretty packaging and thought it'd be nice to cut some tags from these. Oh, that's a nice one, isn't it? That is quite apt to put my butterflies on. I think packaging is always you have to strike the balance between it being pretty but also showing off the product. So let's see if this is... Yeah, you can see it against that section there. So get my trusted pin. Pop a pin through there. Pin through there. There you have it. Queen Bee earrings made from the new Queen Bee stamp set using the Stampin' blends. We used Tahitian Tide, Granny Apple Green, Daffodil Delight and Flirty Flamingo on the back. And they're made up into a little pair of earrings. Yeah. Oh, good Louise. Yeah. There we go. So thank you for joining me, everybody. This was just meant to be a little quick one, just to kind of check in with you all. Oh, Martina, you're not feeling so well. I sent you a message earlier. Who are these for? Oh, I haven't got anyone in mind for them, Nessa. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Michelle Montemuro. Welcome. Are you new to my channel? Where is the Stampin' Up logo? Where am I going to fit that on? Oh dear. That's a fair point. I could stamp it on the packaging. Oh, excuse me. A little yawn there. I wonder if it'd be interesting to put, and I have done this before actually, is put the glue over the top, the fine tip glue pen to make it all shiny. The only thing is, once I put this on, I'm going to have to keep them really still for like another day. So this just sort of, this brings out a nice kind of shine. And it goes really hard and goes real solid. It's like, it acts almost like a bit of a varnish. So this will dry clear. The only thing is you've got to get the bubbles out. You do not want the bubbles on there. You've got to pop the bubbles. Go on. Off you go. It's refusing to pop. No. Out you go. Anyway, it's helping me spread it around. Oh, there we go. My finger did it. Oh, there's a big bubble. Pop. Just got to wipe my fingers. I'm going all gooey. No, says Nessa. Nessa, honestly, it works. I've done it before. I have. Honest, it does work. It makes everything a bit more clearer. But you've got to wait till for another day for it to see the effect, really. That's the only thing. It's like patience. You have to be really patient. So. Another little bubble there. Come on, off you go. This is the fine tip glue pen. Look, it's bubbling up everywhere. Give it clean. It acts as a great like varnish. Ugh. Issue is just getting the lid back on. There we go. Always make sure you put the lid back on with the pin. Yes, it does. It acts like a resin. Yeah, you're completely right. Oh, there's 4 little bubbles there. Right, come on, off you go. Behave yourself. There's another little bubble there as well. You can already sort of see the difference. See? Oh, that's a good idea, Martina. This bubble here is just refusing to go. There we go. I've done it now. The thing is, I've got to make sure that they dry apart. And don't stick to my piece of cardboard either. Yeah, see, I've managed to get a bit of glue on there. Just got to be gentle, very careful. It does amplify it, yeah. Yeah, it will do. I mean, it's still a little bit murky at the moment. Right, I am just going to set them aside because I'm scared that I'm going to knock them. So there we go. Right, all done. So thank you everybody for tuning in and seeing what I was up to today. They're ready for your birthday next week, really, Shaz? Okay. Honestly, you lot, so demanding. If I wrote down the amount of times I get asked for stuff, I'd have a notebook full. Greaseproof paper. Now she says greaseproof paper. You think I've got that in my craft room, Nessa? You would think, wouldn't you? I tell you what I do have, though. I do have freezer paper. That will do, won't it? There it is. I bought some by accident. Well, not by accident. I knew it said freezer paper, but I thought it was the other stuff, press and seal. Of course, it's not press and seal. It's freezer paper. It's basically paper with a bit of a shine on it. Oh, now you're asking. Right, do that. Right, so you guys are going to have to check back next week. Oh no, that needs to be flat. check back next week to see how it's dried. There we go. Oh no, don't flip over. Oh, this is so stressful. Right, I'm putting them out the way. No more touching. I just need to leave them. You're pairing socks. Okay, Levine. Oh, I know how that feels. Yeah. I have sock mounted. Well, I have a sock box that we... Yeah. Off to Zoom craft and create eve of New Year party treats. Very cool. Right, so just a reminder, if you're feeling a little bit lonesome, please head to Artful Stampin Space and grab the Zoom link and go join in the fun. People are in there chatting, you know, crafting or whatever. Nessa, I will message you with the link because I know you're not on Facebook. Yeah, and if you are not on Facebook and you want the link, then please email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com. Please get the link directly from me or an official source. It's just to protect people, so I know who has got the link. So there we go. Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Bev. Right, lovely to see you all. Yay! If I don't see you before, have a happy new year. Never know, I might come live in the next couple of days, but I'm not promising. I'm really kind of having a kind of little bit of a break and spending time with the fam and friends. So lots of love to you all. Thanks for joining me tonight. God bless.